Good morning, YouTubers. T-Square with T-Square Talk. Hope everybody's having a great day. It is Saturday morning. Hope everybody's enjoying their weekend. And I got a great video for you guys today. So today is Saturday morning. And every Saturday morning, I like to read all the comments from the previous day's videos. So that would be basically yesterday's video, Friday video. Read the comments, answer them, listen to what you guys are saying, and this way you guys get to have an answer back from me for your questions. It is midnight right now, so the video has been up pretty well 16 hours or so, roughly, 20 hours. So essentially, this will give you guys an opportunity to leave me a comment, let me know your thoughts. I've been trying to extend my content a little bit more, so I've been either putting up a short every day in the evening. I do the morning videos, but I've also been wanting to do evening stuff, so I've been doing a short in the evening or a live stream or even a small video. And I know some people say in the comments, I've seen them, they like the shorter videos in the evening because it kind of gives them a nice little recap of what's going on. And not super long. Some people get discouraged with the long videos. I do both because a lot of people have mixed feelings. You can't please everybody, they say. So with that being said, let's jump in and let's take a look at the comments that everybody left. But before we do, let's just check the silver price real quick. The markets are closed right now. We got silver trading at 58.27 right now. I shouldn't say trading because the markets are closed. So there we go. We got that. Futures price right now sitting at 58.78. Gold price sitting at 41.97. Gold futures sitting at 42.24. Bitcoin right now sitting at 89,649. Actually down a little bit, I guess, over the last couple days. As you can see, it has been trickling down. Taking a quick look at the U.S. debt, saying 38,443,000,000,000, and the DXY sitting at just under 99, so 98.98. We'll see how that's going to play out. We do have the Fed meeting next week, and that is going to get interesting to see how that all plays out. Jumping into the comments right off, we don't have too many of them. We got roughly 30 to 40 comments, so let's get started. These videos do sometimes last a little longer, but it's meant for the people that left comments specifically. That way they can get answers to the questions that they have. And if you have a question, you can leave me a comment on next Friday's video, and I'll answer it in the Saturday morning stream. Good video, T. I believe we will see $60 next week, if not today. I believe February. We will see silver, some of the biggest moves in silver. I got to laugh at back in March when I said silver will be $60 by the end of the year. Yeah, if you called 60 by the end of the year, pretty much everybody probably would have laughed, especially when you think about March when you said it. It says come April 3rd, I don't know if you remember, silver just absolutely fell off a cliff on April 3rd. So if you said that back then, people really were thinking you must have been way off, if that's the case. Because if you look right here, year to date, April 3rd, 4th, we got down to $29.23. So, I mean, it literally plunged, and it actually went even lower on the spot price because the spot price, it was at the time we didn't have backwardation like we see nowadays. It was really low. It went actually down to like 28 and change. So there was opportunity there, and that wasn't that long ago. You're talking 9 months ago. It's kind of funny looking back at it, how we went from that to that. So, yeah, I think we've got some exciting days in front of us. I think silver is going to continue to go higher. I wouldn't be surprised to see $60 next week, but I don't know 100%, and here's why. We got the Fed meeting. They usually strengthen the dollar at that point. Right around the Fed meeting. You think about it, the meeting is going to be Monday and Tuesday. They'll be giving their announcements on Tuesday. and they usually make the dollar look really good. So we could see it actually come down a little bit until they announce whatever they're going to say, and then we could see a quick spike. If we don't see a quick spike higher, then I expect we'll see a gradually move higher over the next couple of days, depending on if they do cut interest rates like I expect. Okay, next comment. Hey, boss. I like the shorter videos, under 25 minutes. When I see a 50-minute video, I usually pass on it. Thanks for the silver intel. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Yeah, it's one of them things. It's a mixed thing. Some people like the shorter videos because they can just get their info real quick and move on. Some people like the longer videos just because, there's a lot of things that a lot of channels will assume you should know. And I don't say that in a bad way. Everybody here watching these videos have been stacking for different time frames. Some of y'all have been stacking for literally a month or two. I was actually just reading a comment that said I just started stacking a couple weeks ago. That comment was about a month old. And so I was like, here we go. Someone brand new to it. These guys or girls have never seen silver at $15. And so when they see $60 silver and then all of a sudden they see a dip to 52, they are buying it up because they think that's a good deal. And it is a good deal. Anything under 50, anything under 60. These numbers are ridiculous where I think silver is going to go. I would even go so far as to say almost anything under 100 is a good deal. So that's why I keep stacking. This is not financial advice, just my opinion. And so we'll see what happens. Your channel is my number 2 in watch time. Thank you so much. I appreciate you saying that. I could probably be number 1 if I put more content up, but we'll see how that goes. I am working on putting up more content, but I am very proud to be in your number 2, and I'm glad you enjoy the videos. I can't thank you enough, and that goes for everybody. I know there's a lot of people that watch the videos and don't even comment. So thank you so much for that. Good morning, T. I just picked up American Silver Eagles for spot yesterday for a coin dealer because he is getting hammered with silver. So this is something that I actually had a comment. I didn't reply to it, but I had actually read it, and it said, where are you getting your silver at spot price? There's a lot of opportunities to pick up silver around spot right now, so definitely keep your eyes open out there. I'll probably do a video and talk about some of the places that I find silver at spot right now. And you're absolutely right. A lot of dealers are getting hammered. They're getting all these people bringing in silver because silver is essentially at an all-time high, and they don't really want to tell these people no, so they just drop a little lower price and they buy it all up. And so, and some of these people, you got to understand, they had collectibles that they never thought they would probably. Once they realized, hey, these are collectibles, I'm probably never going to recoup my money. It really gets interesting to see how things play out when that happens. Let's see. Morning, T. Silver price has been volatile as of lately. I've got a couple of ounces stacked. I'm good, but always looking for a deal. I believe we have not seen the highs yet. It will happen. Move my cursor. At night when China throws the switch on the U.S. Absolutely. So let's talk about this real quick. You're right. I don't think we've seen the highs yet either. I think each time we see a high, we see some people come to the market and start selling. We see a little bit of a pullback, and then people get nervous and they start selling more. I think eventually we will see higher highs. We're already seeing higher highs now, but down the road we're going to see that just continue. And I think the highs will get a lot higher, and it's going to get interesting for those of you that have. I think China has been buying up a ton of silver, and then every now and then they loan some to London, keep the London fix going. Let them think they can manipulate it, keep kicking the can down the road, and see what happens. And silver price has been volatile. We're seeing $2.50, $3 swings over the course of a day. That is opportunity in and of itself, I believe. So we'll see how that plays out. Thank you so much for watching and commenting, Randy. I appreciate it. Good morning, buddy. Thank you so much, Happy Stacker. I hope you're having a great morning as well. It's definitely getting excited in the silver market. Unknown. Morning, T. Morning, everybody. Welcome to the new members. The 1 gram bar, I actually picked up some today. The 1 gram bar would be amazing. It would make someone very happy. I know I would love it. What kind of gram Volcambi? I want to say it's just a 1 gram Volcambi. However, I actually picked up, some of y'all seen those little 1/200th ounce gold coins too, so that's pretty cool. I'm trying to set up a couple different prizes for different tiers right now. This question is regarding my December members event. Every month we do a special event for our members, and it's December. It's the end of the year. I want to do something special. I want to have 3 tier prizes for the 3 different levels of members. Some of y'all know we have a fan for $1.99. We have a super fan for $4.99, and then we have obsessed fans for $9.99. And I want to give gold if we hit 100 members, and that means 100 members at any tier. And obviously then have prize selections for the tier. So if a super fan wins, he gets picked from the super fan or the fan, whatever he sees in there he wants. If an obsessed fan, then he can pick from the obsessed fan prizes, the super prizes, or the regular prizes. He can pick from whichever he wants to pick from, as long as it's a lower tier. Now, if a fan wins, they can't take the top tier prize if they're just a lower tier member. So it will be based off of the tier that people are at. Like I said, I'm trying to put a few prize options together, and that way people can kind of get something they really like. Let's see. I picked up $4 face value Constitution for under spot yesterday. I paid $40. That's $40 per dollar. I was like, what? You picked up $1 face at 10? I misread that for a second. That's awesome. Picking up at 40 times face, I would say that is pretty well just a hair under spot. 4 quarters right now run, I think, $9. 1 quarter, I think, runs like $9.75. A $0.50 runs, no, actually it's got to be a little bit more than that, because a $0.50 is technically $20.11, I think. So yeah, that is a little under spot, so that's pretty good. Anytime you can pick up at spot or under spot, I think, my opinion, you're going to do pretty well. Let's see. I'm thinking 60 to 65 by the end of next week. That's a possibility. I don't think we'll see 65 that soon. It's possible. I do think we will see 60 by the end of next week, though. Hoping slow roll continues. Exactly. That's what you actually should want. We should just want a slow and steady climb. These slow and steady climbs make it to where the markets don't have extreme volatility. As it continues to trickle higher, more people want to sell their silver because it's a new high. It gives them time to think about it, and it gives us time to continue to consolidate, stack a little bit more, and see what happens. So thank you so much. I appreciate that, John. Let's see. Old one. Good morning, T, and all. Hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. Thank you so much. Hopefully everybody does have a great weekend. It's Saturday morning. Excuse me. It's late for me. It's 12:30. I've been staying up later and later lately, and not sleeping as much again. So let's see, Dave. Where are you buying all those metals for spot price? I understand you might know people. I don't know any shops or stores or anything that sells at spot, they're always making some profits. How's the weather in business for? Okay, so I'm not sure what that last little part meant. How's the weather? The weather here is cold. I love cold weather. Even though I'm in Texas, we had a nice polar front, I guess, come in, and I love that. Okay, so I don't want to give away too much on this. And the reason why is I'm planning on doing a video. I seen this comment this morning, and I almost replied to stuff, but then I was like, well, it's Friday. Don't reply to anything until after you prepare this video. And then when I saw this comment, I said, you know what, I'm actually gonna do a video on this because there's a lot of places you can pick up stuff at spot if you're patient. And the only reason you can pick up at spot right now, one of the major reasons you can find a lot of places, is because a lot of places don't update their prices. Resale shops, they put a price on it and that's it. It sits there on the shelf I've seen stuff sit on the shelf for literally 6-7 months, and as the price eventually trickles higher, all of a sudden it becomes a good deal. I went somewhere the other day and they had some quarters for like, I think $8 for some silver quarters, but then they had some for 10. And the person I was with even asked, why is that one 8 and that one's 10? And not something you should want to bring attention to. If you ever see that, don't bring attention to it. But truth be told, they had it, they got it, they priced it, they put it on the shelf, and it just sat there and nobody bought it. Coin shops don't do this, but who does do this? Resale shops do this. Pawn shops do this. Flea markets that have those, they have the same booths set up every week. Those places do this. Another place I like to look at is jewelry stores. People will come in with gold or silver, and they will try to hawk it at the jewelry stores. And the jewelry stores understand it's gold, it's silver, it has value, and so they pick it up. And a lot of times they're willing to let it go real quick at spot, and they make a few bucks, and that's it. They're not in the coin business. They're probably not going to send it off to a refiner. They'll just put it in the shelf in the display. Sometimes you have to ask them. They don't put it out. I mean, it's rare that you're going to go to a coin shop, that you're going to go to a jewelry shop and see some silver eagles sitting in the case next to the diamond wedding rings. But if you ask them, they may have some out back for you. But I will do a video on this. And if you don't see a video on this in the next couple days, leave this comment again so I catch it. Because now I don't make another video after this one until Sunday night, Monday morning. So I tend to sometimes forget really good comments. And this would be one of them that would make a really good video, I think. I tried to tell a friend the same thing yesterday. Buy the dip. It tested 56 range and bounced right back. Only an hour's worth of deals. Yes, I got lucky yesterday. I picked up some stuff as low as $55. I picked up some stuff. I actually picked up a couple of cool certified coins for $59, which at the time was a couple bucks over spot. Not anything super special, common. I call them common coins, but they were coins, and they were pretty common. And I was like, $60, $59, not bad. I'll take them. And so there is opportunities out there. The bounce back was quick. We seen it go down. It actually went down to 56.50, and then bounced pretty quickly right back up to 58. And I think we could even see a little bit more of that retesting just before the Fed meeting. Excuse me. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Definitely keep your eyes open and look for the deals. Pick the deals up when you can, where you can, and see what happens. This is not financial advice, just my opinion. Good morning, California. Same morning, T. I hope you're having a great day. Gregory, morning, T. Let's talk some silver and stuff. Absolutely. John, High T, I think 62.50, easy. Have fun. Yeah, I think we will be over 60 next week. Where it will end at or how it will play out at will be interesting to see. Definitely pick up stuff where you can, when you can, like I always say. Slow and steady. Don't try to buy out a store all in one day, but just keep slowly picking up one or two here and there. I enjoyed the Saturday morning videos. What are your thoughts on Platinum Run? So Platinum has been running. It's been doing really good. If I don't want to say that I'm greedy in terms of wanting. I'm not afraid to put a lot of my eggs in one basket. That's probably the correct way to say it. It's not recommended that you do that. If you follow the recommendations to the T, then you probably have a little platinum, you have a little bit of gold, you have a little bit of silver, and you're probably doing pretty well. Me personally, I'm not always the best at following other people's advice. I like to figure stuff out myself because nowadays everybody wants to think they're an expert on something. And especially, I'll be honest, even here on YouTube. And by no means am I an expert even on this content. I do put a lot of time into following silver, what's going on with silver, gold, what's going on with gold. But a lot of it has to do with I kind of treat this very, very seriously because I want to maybe have a shot at retiring early. I want to, buy my nice piece of property. And quite frankly, that's harder to do now than people realize. So that's why I want to keep stacking, keep putting money away, and just go from there. Let's see. Wall Street-based global assets manager and the U.S. government holds controlling volume of cryptos. I don't know what more needs to be said. I hope it drops to 54, 55 next week, but I expect silver will have a $60 floor on 1-to-1, and I'll feel priced out quickly as things unravel. Hold on, is there more? It says read more. Hold on, let me see this. Unravel might turn to gold. So me personally, I don't want to touch gold right now. I have some. I've slowed down on buying gold because I think silver is the better investment. But there's a lot of people that are stuck on gold and they really just like it. I think it's cool. I have some. If given the opportunity to get rid of the little bit that I got, I would probably get rid of it and put more money towards silver. As I think silver will probably be the number one investment and good opportunity. Okay, morning T. Silver Cinex. I'm not sure I pronounced that right. I'm sorry. Morning T and group. Haha. Would you all buy sterling silver metals from a government mint for $41 an ounce if I got them all it's 39.5 up to 20 ounces. I know for silver that's no brainer, but how about for sterling metals? Would you jump at a deal, or what's everybody's thoughts on this? And to keep out the it's fake comments, all will be tested right there. So yeah, first of all, anytime you buy anything that's not 99 silver, I test. Well, even if it is 99 silver, I test everything. I would recommend testing everything, maybe even a couple different ways. $41 an ounce for sterling, I think that is really good at a quick glance, because if we do clear, $58.25 an ounce of 999, but we're going to multiply that by 92.5 because that ounce of silver is not pure. It's sterling, like you said. equals still 53 bucks. Even if they put down their markdown and stuff, I would probably still be picking this stuff up even for 50. If you're picking it up for, I thought you said 40. Let's see here. Assets, government options, holding 54, 50, 1-to-1, quickly unravel my turn. Where was it? Oh, right here. Okay. I was reading the wrong comment again. Right here. What do I think about picking it up for 41? I think 41 is phenomenal. 41 means you're probably getting it 20% under spot, and that is a good deal. I think refineries are paying more than that right now. So yeah, I can't see how someone could go wrong unless they get something and it is fake and they didn't notice it. But yeah, I think that would probably be a good opportunity. I would definitely pick up whatever I could like that. And sometimes you can even get some nice sterling that's kind of collectible. So I would, after I bought it, I would then take it to another establishment and see what they would offer you. Just ask them, be like, hey, what would you give me for this jacket and these 2 shirts or whatever? Actually, I kind of went off a little bit on that. I was thinking about something that I was looking at. I glanced over. My son does. For those of you that don't know, and it's really late, I glanced over because my son picks up a lot of jackets and clothing at the resale shops, and he puts it on a site that the vintage clothing. I don't know how many of y'all follow that, the Harley stuff. Yeah, it's embarrassing. I'm getting tired tonight. I'm way too late on that. But yeah, if you can pick up stuff under spot, I think you can't go wrong on that. Let's see here. I gotta get a drink real quick. Give me 1 second here. I'm getting tired. It's late tonight. Some of y'all may have watched my videos, my short videos last night. I went to a festival, and I say last night, it's technically earlier this evening. Went to a festival way over 8. They had lobster rolls. They had all kinds of good stuff. And then my son wanted to go see a movie, so we went to see, I don't know if I should say the name because it has the K word in it, Bill. Part 1 and 2. It was at the movie theater, and you got to see both of them for one price. I didn't really know it was going to be 4.5 hours long, and I was like, what in the world? He goes, you didn't know it was 4 hours? I said, no. I said, that's a long movie. Halfway through it, they stopped for a break. So, okay, continuing on. Wes Steffen, how's it going? I feel a little embarrassed, too, for getting off on a tangent there for a minute about the clothes because it's late. Okay, honestly, I pay no attention to your headers or emojis. The first thing I look at is the length of your video. Also, you talk rather slow, so I usually adjust the speed to 1.75. So your 40-minute video, I watch in 24 minutes. Wow, I didn't even know you could do that. I might have to look and see how people adjust the speed. I didn't know people could adjust speed. So there is something there that I have heard before. I've heard a lot of people say I talk slow. Keep in mind, I know some people think this is probably bad. I don't even sleep for 2 hours a night in some cases. I will go literally days without sleep. And some people are like, that's probably why your blood sugar levels, your numbers are all messed up, is because you don't sleep. I literally have to push myself to get sleep. Otherwise, I could lay down and just be looking at the ceiling for hours and hours and hours. I used to think it was interesting how I could eat a large meal, maybe a couple of baked potatoes, a bowl of pasta, a bunch of pasta, pizza, and it would make me drowsy. And I always just associated that for the longest time with, it's like the turkey deal. You eat turkey on Thanksgiving, you get tired. And so I was like, didn't put no thought into it. Now that I am full-scale diabetic, I had 582 numbers a little while back. and had to go to the doctors. Now I understand why that is, so I don't get to do that anymore. Let's see, next one. So yeah, the speed up talking, I can't. It's hard to talk faster. You know what I mean? I like to go slow and just kind of make sure if anything comes up that I think I need to add. But I'm glad there is a feature to speed me up a little bit. Let's see. Still looking for a floor for silver. Anyone seen it? So here's the thing. I mean, we're not seeing silver take too much of a hit right now. That's a good thing. I think the floors are already in right now. 56 right now, looking pretty good. It has a good barrier right there. We see it dip down to that 56, and then we see it jump right back up. So there's opportunity there. Knife collector. A $2 to $3 drop, or even a spike up at today's spot price is going to be normal occurrence. The higher the spot price, the larger the fluctuation. So hitting 60 is so easy of a goal, even up to 62 within a week, or it may go the other way. So yeah, that's what I've talked about that numerous times. When silver is as high as it is, I mean, think about how a 1% move affects $60 silver. So real quick, let's clear this calculator. Let's look at $20 silver. Plus, we're going to say 1%. I mean, you get 1% move on $20 silver, and you're only at $20.20. Clear. I'm guessing that means that $60 silver is probably going to be 60 cents just for 1%. Plus 1%. Yeah. So, I mean, we're getting bigger and bigger moves. And 1% is easy to see. I mean, we've seen days now where you're seeing 3-4%. We even saw 7% last week, which I thought was pretty crazy. Let's say silver's sitting at 60 right now. I know it's at 58. But let's say it's at 60 and we see another 7% move. I mean, you go from 60 to 64.20 instantly. So, I mean, we can see some big moves. The money is coming out now with this stuff. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Personally, though, I wouldn't want paper money at this point. I would want to get a little extra silver. For the people out there that don't have any silver, oh my word, I so worry about these people. A lot of people. I see people probably every other day cashing in their silver collections. I do talk with and go to people's places that buy, pawn shops that buy, jewelry stores that buy. I go to a lot of different places, and I see some crazy deals. Still looking. Okay, we just read that one. We just read that one. Let me scroll down because we are getting close to the end now. Usually when I get all the way down, I get more comments like good morning. The people that leave the comment every day for me just to really help out the algorithm. We are going to push up near $60, then have another little pullback, and then hit 60. They've got the metals where people are selling. Let's see. I'm selling a lot. Get the profit seekers out, and I do understand. Then who knows? But I think the days of $30 silver are in the history books, and there will be a time when you're telling your grandkids, well, back in the day, I could pick up silver for $20 an ounce. And now a loaf of bread is $20. So yeah, when I started doing this channel, I tell this story all the time. I even got some short videos on it, where I wanted my car detailed, and the guy told me, I told him I'd give him $100, or I told him I'd give him 7 ounces of silver. He said, I will not detail a car for $100. I want either $200 or $200 worth of silver. At the time, that would have been 14 ounces. There was no way I was going to give someone 14 ounces of silver to detail my car. I said, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you 7 ounces of silver. He said no. And time went on, and today, 7 ounces of silver, you're talking almost $300. And if he had taken the silver, I'm sorry, my bad. I said that incorrectly. $400 almost, I think. Let me clear that out real quick. We're just going to say 61 because I think that's pretty common, times 7. $427. And here's the thing. If he had taken the silver and done the vehicle, he could comfortably, easily get $400 for those 7 ounces of silver today. But most likely, he would have just put them in a draw and held them. He wouldn't have sold them back then. He would have held out on the silver. Whereas the cash, if he had taken the cash, which he took from a lot of people, he probably spent that money and just wasted it. People don't understand. I mean, silver it has so many perks. It's a savings account. It's a nest egg. You can use it when times get tough. The money is there. So, yes, you will be telling your kids that story, and by then, they probably won't even believe you, depending on how old you are. So, I know my son he wanted to go to a poker game last night or this evening, and he had asked me if he could borrow some money, and, he said, "Here, I just need $100. I'll throw you 2 ounces of silver to hold for me. When I give you your $100 back, you can just give me my silver back." And yes, some people might say, "What? You loan money to your son?" I do. My son recognizes silver and gold as money now because of it, and he recognizes that it makes great collateral. I'm not charging him interest. He said, "Do I got to pay back 105?" I said, "No, just give me my $100 back when you get it." I said, "But I do want the collateral because a lot of times what happens, we forget. And I would rather he is learning how to be independent and money, I guess you can call it money skills." So that's why I do make him put up collateral. And it works good. Silver makes great collateral. Let's see. Hey, T, both were going up nicely till 1,600. And then it got spanked again. Yeah, we see that all the time. These time frames where we see the price keep going up, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, you just see it happen quick, where it just tides turn or whatever the case may be. Personally, I don't think this is going to go on forever. I think if you're really watching and you really understand what's going on, you understand that this can't last forever. The manipulation will come to an end. Have you ever heard of and or used vidIQ with YouTube to research to increase views? vidIQ. I will have to look that up. I will definitely check that out, Conrad. If you hear anything too, you can always email me, but I appreciate that. I'm going to definitely look up vidIQ. I've never heard of that before, but I am trying to increase my views. Don't be fooled. What's up, buddy? Another day. Definitely another day. Opportunities are out there. Hopefully people are picking them up. It's just another day. And we are at the bottom of the comments almost. Okay, Chris. We'll be happy if it doesn't get slaughtered under 55 by New Year's. The newbies have no idea how many times the vets have seen it get crushed. I have zero faith the elite bankers still don't have tricks up their sleeves. So, yeah. I agree. I think we will see some kind of a smash down at the end of the year. I think it's going to happen probably right around either the Christmas break or the New Year's break, or who knows. But I do think there will be some sort of a beatdown where they try to cover their short positions. Remember, December 28th, that is a delivery day where contracts have to start being settled out. I think they have until the actual first of the year, but either way, they're going to try to settle some of that out, them short positions. The good news is they didn't actually roll over as many shorts, I don't think, this month. So that's good to know. And that's kind of why the price did escalate. They know they can't keep this game going on forever. I think they're going to pay off some of their shorts, and they'll probably put some money to physical silver, build their stack up a little bit more, and then they will end up trying to beat the price lower and, again, not cover as many shorts. Just get rid of some, take some off the books each time. We'll continue to push higher. The worry is, will they ever try? I mean, this right now it's getting hard short silver because the supply is just getting so low. So let's see. Happy Friday and beautiful weekend to all. Definitely enjoy the weekend. It's cold for most of you, though, so darn, I'm wondering if my eyes are messing up because someone threw me out something the other day. They noticed that my eyes tend to squint more when my sugar numbers are through the roof. So I actually checked my sugar numbers probably about an hour ago, and they were pretty high. So I'm kind of exhausted, though, too, so I don't know if that's what it is or what. But only 3 comments left, so. And one of them is simple. Good morning, T. Thank you so much. Followed it up with a second comment that says, I feel like if you had to grab your stuff and run, you would be really bad times. Possible grid down, no power, no internets. That means you're going empty-handed. Crypto won't be accessible. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. So I actually had this talk with someone the other day. I would be in a hard time too, though. I personally would never want to leave my property if I can avoid it. I don't want to be on the run. I don't want to be having to try to load up everything. I got pretty much what I need, either at my house or in one of my storage units. So I look at it like I don't want to be on the run. I don't want to have to make a plan. Even in my garage, I've got stuff like ideas for purifying. I've got extra buckets. I've got the ability to make some charcoal for filtration. I got sand. I got pebbles, or gravel, I guess is the proper term, bag of gravel. I could do water bucket filtration. I could do just about everything and then boil it, and I'd probably be good to go. I don't want to be on the run for anything. So and that's about it on that comment. But yeah, even crypto, I mean, if things get ugly real quick, I'm not convinced they're going to be all set either. They're not going to be able to take it and run. The good thing about crypto is, yes, if you memorize your passwords, you'll probably be okay with it. It's there. You just may not be able to access it at any given time. Can you imagine all of a sudden you run up to another country and then all of a sudden they're in a grid down scenario? Because I do think when things get really out of hand, I think the easiest way for them to control people is going to be control the food, control the benefits, and control the internet. And that's it. And with that, I mean, you'd see some crazy stuff start happening. So, short video. Actually, I shouldn't say short video. It felt like a fairly short video, but 43 minutes, I think it says. Yeah, 43 minutes. So not super long, but longer than I know some people would like. But everybody got their comment answered. I apologize for that minute. I started reading that list, and then it just threw my whole thought process off. When I started talking about vintage clothes. With that being said, gonna wrap up there. I thank everybody for watching, commenting. I don't know if I'm feeling tired, like I said, because I haven't slept in a few days, or if I'm feeling tired because my sugar levels are so high. But I gotta say, those lobster rolls, they were delicious. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go and check my short videos last night. See if it shows a picture. Look at those. and I ended up having a couple of them. That was delicious. But with that being said, going to wrap up here. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to check out some of my short videos. I've been posting some of the stuff that's a little more collectible lately that I don't see every day, and also been still trying to do something every morning and every evening. So with that being said, I will see you all tomorrow. Well, actually, I won't. Well, yeah, I'll probably still see you tonight or tomorrow. Definitely got to put up something to show off those prizes. I know a lot of members are like, maybe they're on the fence of upgrading their membership until they see what I'm going to give away or how it's going to play out. So go from there, and I will give the complete rules probably this weekend. I'll put something up. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you have a great day. If you see my shorts go up today, please be sure and click them. Help me out. They're only 1 minute, and that way I can kind of get a good weekend in. So take care, everybody. Have a great one. Bye-bye.